Hey guys, it's Dr. Robotnik64. Today I'm reviewing a game called Nintendo Nightmare. And boy, is this game a nightmare. So, this is an indie game, and it's kind of an old indie game. It was released in 2009, and this is another one of those games where you're just going to have to see it to believe it. It is another game in the terrible games category, but I did actually find out the game is intentionally poorly made. So at least I know that, but anyway, we start a new game here, and you see Princess Peach speaking in French and Japanese. I don't even know what the heck she said there. Mario says, "What the crap?" Because apparently the aliens have invaded the Mushroom Kingdom, so that's obviously bad. Mario, help! Oh no, they are going to Toadstool Castle! Yeah, what a dramatic cutscene. Hey, quickly, hop in here. Apparently the pipe can talk. Chapter 1, When All Collapses. Mario doesn't know what to do. Who are those aliens attacking? What do they want? How can we stop them? Can Mario save the day again? Press any key to find out. Now. Press now. Come on, the keyboard in front of you. Now. Press it. Press it. Will you just press— And welcome to the world of Nintendo Nightmare. Oh my lord. Just look at this. Look at those amazing graphics. Even the pipe doesn't know what's going on. He says, "What the crap happened to you?" Because seriously, what happened to Mario? Just look at him, for goodness sakes. What what is this monstrosity? Yeah, I'm really feeling good about this game right here. But aside from everything you've seen so far, the game is definitely playable, although it does have its fair share of glitches, which I am going to go over throughout this video. So that sign there says, "This is a sign, please read it." You don't have to really do anything in order to read the signs. You just have to walk up to them, and the signs will, well, tell you what they say. So let's go over the controls very quickly. You can press the spacebar to jump, and you can also use the arrow keys to move, and you think you could also use the WAS and D keys to move, right? Well, no. You use the E, S, D, and F keys to move. Really? I mean, it wasn't really that difficult for me to get used to that kind of control scheme, but still. E, S, D, and F? Why? Anyway, aside from the awkward controls, we're gonna actually try to play the game now. So, the game plays out a lot like Super Mario 64. There are multiple levels in the game where you have to complete certain objectives, and also another thing, occasionally the game will have really intense lag spikes that occur at complete random. I don't know why that happens exactly. You have to run away from the bombs here because they explode. Mario does have a health bar at the top of the screen, as you can see. He also has a certain amount of lives. He starts off with 5 lives. But as you can see, I already have 4, because one of the things I edited out in this video was me trying to see if I could actually fall off the stage, because I was just thinking there would, like, be an invisible wall there, preventing me from falling off, but there isn't. So, yeah. So as you can see, when you right-click, you go into a first-person perspective. Now, for some reason, though, when you're in first-person mode right here, you can actually shoot bullets. I don't really know why exactly. I don't know where the heck Mario picked up a gun from, but if you left-click, you shoot bullets. And what's weird is that when you're in third-person mode, you can't shoot your gun. So the only time you can shoot bullets is when you're in first-person mode, which makes no sense whatsoever. Also, Mario appears to have infinite ammo, because you never run out of bullets. And actually, this isn't really a first-person perspective, because if you look down at the ground, you can actually see Mario. What's even weirder is that when you're looking at Mario in first-person mode, he's lying down on the ground for some reason, but is still capable of moving, somehow. You can also pick up coins. Coins are actually useful in this game, so you should definitely pick them up. Only thing, though, is that when you collect 100 coins, you don't get an extra life, just like in the classic Mario games, and also Mario games today. Please clean up behind you after you broke apart. That's a well-constructed sentence right there. Anyway, we have to jump on these clouds because there's a pipe up there and we need to get to that pipe. So once we go through the pipe, we wind up here, and this pipe gets Mario all butthurt, so I just decide to lodge a whole bunch of bullets into it. By the way, you can press the escape key to pause the game. You can view your progress. You can see how many lives you have and how many papers you've collected, I guess? Yeah, in this game you're not collecting stars, you're collecting papers. I don't know why, but you have to collect them, so... So we're just going through this area here. You can kill enemies with your bullets. Also, apparently, once you kill the enemies here, specifically those, I don't really know, those, like, purple mushrooms, you can pick up their mushroom heads, I guess. You can press Control to pick them up and throw them. Well, not to pick them up, because Mario automatically picks them up if he walks over it. I don't really know what the point of that is, though, because you could just go into first-person mode and use your gun to take them out. So personally, I think that's a very unnecessary feature. Not to mention, it's a very buggy feature, because sometimes when you try to throw them at enemies, they just fly all over the place. Most of the time, Mario doesn't even throw the enemy in the direction you want him to throw it. Anyway, we're at the boss here. I don't think it's a good idea to battle the big boss, after all. Well, why would he say that now? Just like a giant mushroom head right here. We walk up to it and it says, "Hey, where the F at something else did you get that gun?" Really, you're only realizing that I have a gun now? Anyway, it's pointless to even shoot him at all, because you can't defeat this enemy. The thing is that you have to let him kill you if you want to continue on in the game. So it just pushes me off the edge right here, and then I start doing the old spin to win move for some reason. I'm just kind of rotating perpetually. I lose a life anyway for some reason. Then I guess the game's loading here. Hey. Wake up. This is a cutscene, just so you know. I said, wake up! Oh! Again with my weird noises. Sorry if I had to push you a bit hard, but we're getting late. Come to the battlefront. Now here's how I know this game was intentionally poorly made. You go over here to the sprite of Red from Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. This is apparently the programmer of the game, and look what he says. I know, pretty dumb. That's the whole point. So the whole point of this game is that it's supposed to be dumb. So that's how I know the game's intentionally poorly made. Anyway, we make it all the way over here, and at this point my controls actually start glitching up, so I'm having a bit of trouble trying to get into the pipe here. These are supposed to be Koopas right there, so they don't hurt you. There you are at last. What is going on? I don't know, you tell me. Mario, it's been a while. How are you doing? Yeah, that's supposed to be Luigi. How am I doing? Wait a minute. Luigi? Is that you? I don't think it's Luigi, it's some kind of weird green alien wearing purple overalls. Yes, it's me and I have lots to say. Of course he does. 2 weeks ago, Bill Gates sent viruses to Nintendo. That thing just exploded. All our games were mixed up, and the graphics screwed. I've been assigned to command the Defense Forces. Defense, huh? What about attack? Oh, I'm sorry, he's wearing green overalls. They were commanded by Bowser. Wait. What do you mean by were? 3 days ago. He was defeated. This is why you, Mario, will have to save us. You'll need to find strong allies in all games of Nintendo. It is our only hope. And that's it for Chapter 1. And just for the record, I don't really want to spoil this too much, but you will be playing as Link later on in the game, because something does happen to Mario. Not going to spoil it too much, just saying, something happens to Mario which causes Link to become the hero in this game. So now we've come to the part of the game where we can finally start collecting those papers, and then all of a sudden there's this guy. I try to shoot him, but apparently that doesn't do anything to him. The game has another major lag spike, and I guess he's trying to hug me or something, but then he ends up hurting me. He just launches me like 10 feet into the air. Why did you do that? Yeah, the protagonist from the Generation 3 Pokemon games. And guess what? He's Mario's biggest fan, apparently, and he talks in lead speak, because that's how fanboys talk, apparently. So this kid follows you around for a little while. His only real purpose is to annoy the heck out of you. He does go away after a little while, though, so don't worry. And suddenly it's nighttime, I guess. This heart right over here, you can use that to recharge your health. It does cost 20 coins, but it is pretty useful. That's what I mean when I say that the coins are useful and that you should collect as many as you can. I don't know what the purpose of this car is right here. I can't seem to drive it, because like when I try to get in, the game just has a major lag spike. And then it looks as though I'm getting in, but like I'm trying to drive it like in the passenger seat or something, like in the back seat of the car. and then it just gets stuck in a hill, but I'm still able to get it unstuck somehow. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. So if you go into this pipe, you'll go to an area called the Big Blind Bomb. This is where you can save your game. So you can, in fact, save your game in this game. And now you'll find yourself in this area. This area is not really too difficult. Just kill all the bombs, or just avoid them at all costs. Or just quit the game, because honestly, that's what I'd rather do right now. You got dynamite here. Mario picks it up automatically again. You press Control key to let go, and you have to get out of the way because it explodes after a couple seconds. Just blew up that Chain Chomp. The Chain Chomps in this game are really weird. They tend to get stuck a lot. And because of that, they're not really all that threatening. So, hooray for stupid AI, I guess. Anyway, if you go into this pipe, you'll go to this area. Once you go into this area, you cannot leave, because if you try to go back into the pipe, it won't work. For some reason, all this sign says is 0. This is where one of the papers is located. So there's a bunch of enemies you have to kill, and a bunch of bombs you have to avoid, and Chain Chomps that you don't really need to worry about because their AI is completely broken. Yeah, they get stuck on pipes. What a bunch of pathetic Chain Chomps, jeez. Then there's these guys again, but just avoid them at all costs because you can't kill them as far as I know. I don't know how to kill them, so just walk right past them, which is actually very easy because they don't even try to come get you, it seems. Watch out for the bombs that fly out of these pipes. That one almost blew me up. And there you go. You've collected one of the papers. So that's only one of them. I think there's 3 of them to collect here, but for some reason, it doesn't seem to tell you which ones you collected. Yeah, as you can see, Mario's just lying on the ground. This area, you just need to avoid these blue cubes with faces on them, because they crush you, I'm pretty sure. Run forward, ha ha ha! The message is crossed out. So we're just kind of exploring this area right here. I guess you need to jump to that ledge over there. That pipe right over there, it'll just launch you back up. You go in here and you get launched up into the stratosphere and you're back up here. But then after that, the game started to completely glitch out. I'm still not really sure what even happened here, but I think what happened is that my cursor went out of the game window. Yeah, just like a Unity game engine game does sometimes. And it minimized the window. Now the only thing is, though, is that my cursor seemed to be permanently locked into the center of the screen. As you can see, I'm trying to move my cursor, but it keeps going back to the center of the screen for some reason. So I had to use the Task Manager in order to shut off Nintendo Nightmare, because I couldn't get back into the game now. But even with the Task Manager, it was difficult to exit out of Nintendo Nightmare, because my cursor was, like, fixated on the center of the screen. So I had a difficult time trying to choose the Nintendo Nightmare.exe and clicking on End Process. I was actually thinking of completely restarting my laptop, but I was still recording. And if I shut off my laptop while I was recording, then I would lose all of my recorded footage. So I didn't want to do that. So I found Nintendo Nightmare.exe right here. I'm trying to click on End Process, but it's like a really difficult task because cursor won't go off the center of the screen. But eventually, I was able to end Nintendo Nightmare.exe, and that was it for that. So, that's basically Nintendo Nightmare. For an intentionally terrible game, it's actually terrible. Like, I do realize I said the game was playable, but it's only playable to an extent, to be honest. So there we go, I finally click on End Process, and that's it. So, yeah, it's really broken. I was thinking of doing a full playthrough of the game, but now I'm not going to. I don't really know what else to say about it. Like, it's just terrible. Like, I do realize it's intentionally terrible, but this game is legitimately terrible. I don't even know what else to say about it, so I don't know. If you still want to play the game anyway, the link's in the description. I'll at least provide you guys a download link for the game. I can at least do that, but I don't know. The game is very long, and I did look up what else happens in the game, and there's a lot of other things that do happen in the game. Like I said, you do play as Link later on in the game. The game is very long. I think it takes at least a couple hours to complete. There are apparently some scenes with Phoenix Wright and some kind of weird Star Wars scene. Like, I mean, seriously, like, Mario flies to the Death Star, except in this game it's called the Death Egg because it has Robotnik's face on it. Robotnik from Sonic the Hedgehog. Then apparently you battle Darth Vader, and a whole bunch of other crazy things happen, and one thing that's kind of interesting is that there is actually a battle with Mewtwo in the game that you do with Link. But yeah, it's it's a very long game. Play the game for yourself, see if you can actually complete it, but I'm not going to complete the game because it's just really broken. I can't do this anymore. I'm done. Anyway, that's Nintendo Nightmare. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like or favorite this video or subscribe. Also, feel free to follow me on Twitter. Check out my Google Plus page. Links are in the description as always. That's it for now, so I'll see you guys in the next video I make. Later.